Hello everyone, my name is Salim and welcome to the Markets Breakdown Analysis for Friday the 24th of February 2023. We'll be breaking down the chart and we'll show you the exact zones where price could close above potential buys or close below for potential sells as well. So looking at the previous daily candle, closing small body bearish candle at 18.22.100. So now we can see is the Thursday daily candle low. The Thursday daily candle broke the previous weekly low. Let's go back to the weekly and see that. On the Monday daily analysis that I've posted, I anticipated for this weekly wick fill because obviously this weekly candle closed below this weak bearish doji candle. So that was just an anticipation of price filling this wick. Now the price is approaching this rejection. So what we can see is two weekly candles have rejected this area. So dropping down to the daily, and we're going to see why price have rejected here as well, retraced. Going to put a line at 1817.500, and when we look on the left, this is the previous daily resistance, so possibly price is just reacting off this level. Now we don't know whether price is going to continue bearish to tap into this daily support, or if it's going to reject, because this was a rejection area on the weekly time frame previously. Now we're going to break down the chart. What we can see, dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, we have recent 4-hour support at 18.21 flat. We have most recent 4-hour resistance at 18.29.100. Dropping down to the hourly time frame, what we can see is we've got the most recent 1-hour support at 18.20. We have the most recent 1-hour resistance at 18.23.600. Dropping down to the 30-minute time frame, and we can see we have a recent 30-minute support at 18.19.400. Our most recent resistance is the same level as well. On the 15-minute time frame, we can adjust this again at 18.19.100, and the resistance can be adjusted to 18.23.900 as well. So now to identify the no trade zone, going back to the hourly. So what I can see is potentially we could look for sells below 18.19.400 possibly, and for potential buys we could look for buys above 18.24.300. I mean, this is a really small range, and what I would say is we're just going to have to look for small targets for buys because price have consolidated previously here. This is a consolidation on the hourly time frame, and then when you drop down to the 4-hour time frame, that's also some sort of a range. We can see price just closing like this 4-hour candle, closing small bearish with a rejection. So we don't know the price is just going to reject this 4-hour resistance. So our potential buys is above 18.24.300. Potential sells would be below 18.19.400. Just going to identify this as a no trade zone. Now to look for buys first. Our first target, going back to the daily, it's not much on the daily because the last 3 daily candles have been bearish. We've got this rejection on the daily time frame, and then when you drop down to the 4-hour time frame, we have 4-hour resistance at 18.29.100. On the hourly time frame, we can adjust it to 18.28.300. On the 30-minute time frame is the same level of resistance, and on the 15-minute time frame is the same level of resistance as well. So our first target for buys would be 18.28.300. Our second target for buys would be 18.32.300. So I know these are small targets for buys, but we have to remember that the daily is bearish and the weekly is bearish. So those buys are just like an anticipation of price just forming a top wick and then retracing and continuing that bearish momentum. Our targets for sells, however, going back to the daily, so we have this previous daily resistance, dropping down to the 4-hour time frame. What we can see is this is previous 4-hour support that was formed on the 30th of December 2022. So that was the last 4-hour support formed in 2022. So that could be our first target for sells at 18.14.700. The second target for sells could be, let's go on the 4-hour time frame. Possibly could be this 18.08.600.